Interpret forensic evidence. Learners will develop skills to accurately interpret forensic evidence in cybersecurity contexts. Explain evidence collection. Understanding how forensic evidence is obtained ensures proper handling and legal compliance. Analyze cyber incident causes. Learners will analyze potential causes of cybersecurity incidents to identify threats and vulnerabilities. Complete forensic report. Learners will complete forensic analysis templates to produce structured, assessment-ready reports. Black Country Training and Assessment. Black Country Training and Assessment, BCTAA, offers vocational-based training and assessment services for small and medium-sized businesses. Some training is routine, such as running food safety or IT skills courses. It uses a database of freelance trainers and assessors to meet client requirements. BCTAA also develops bespoke training and assessment for specialized skills, such as the maintenance of unusual machinery or working with a unique production process. Bespoke training requires collaboration with the client and often includes handling highly confidential information, such as trade secrets. BCTAA has recently moved to offices on the 19th floor of Excelsior House, A, near the city center. A has mixed commercial and office usage. The 18th floor is leased by a recruitment agency. The 20th floor houses a restaurant and coffee bar with bar cafe on the roof garden above. The ground floor contains several small retail units. Other floors contain a gymnasium, an art gallery and meeting rooms. The rest is office space, is occupied by a variety of different companies. Most of the public areas are open outside of normal office hours and the restaurant and bar are popular in the evening. A plan of the new BCTAA offices is shown in Figure 1. The lifts, stairwells, WCS and associated areas are open to the public. Client brief. You advised Baljinder Singh of BCTAA on security matters for the move to the new location. Now, a few weeks later, he has called you in to review the investigation of a cybersecurity incident. A short while ago, over the course of a bank holiday weekend, the 31st of March to the 2nd of April 2018, a number of small items went missing from the BCTAA premises. These items included USB sticks, wireless mice and keyboards, a company mobile phone and a laptop computer. Baljinder investigated the losses and also liaised with a management company and the police. The results of the investigation were inconclusive, but he believes that A was targeted by an organized gang that has since moved on to other locations. Evidence items from the security incident at BCTAA. Evidence items include 1. Baljinder's account. 2. Summary of a meeting with the A management company. 3. Door access control logs. 4. Network diagram. 5. Laptop tracking report. 6. Cybersecurity document. Incident management policy.
It all happened over the bank holiday weekend. Most people had left by Friday lunchtime and the place was empty by 1400. The missing items had been used for meetings in the informal seating and work area. They really should have been put away, but the phone and laptop had been left plugged in and charging on one of the tables. We didn't notice anything wrong until the Tuesday afternoon, when the laptop had been booked for another meeting and we couldn't find it. We had a search for it and that was when we realized that other items were missing as well. The final list is Surface Pro 3 laptop, Samsung Edge S5 phone, 3x USB memory sticks, various sizes and makes, 3x wireless mouse and 2x wireless keyboards, various makes. The problem is that although we're sure that the laptop and phone went missing over the bank holiday weekend, we can't be certain when the other items disappeared.
We notified the police and talked to the A management company. The police gave us an incident number for insurance purposes, but without evidence of forced entry there wasn't much they could do. The laptop was 4 years old and the phone 3, so we didn't bother making an insurance claim. We did notify the phone company to get the phone blocked and also started tracking the laptop via Find My Device. See evidence item 5. The A management company said that there had been a few incidents over the bank holiday weekend. I met with them on Wednesday to discuss things. See evidence item 2. Fortunately, the working files on the laptop had been copied to the file server at the end of the meeting. The original files would still have been there, but the team was 7 turnover P57173A working on assessing the safe operation of fire extinguishers, so there is nothing really secret there.
Balginder's notes from a meeting with senior management on the Wednesday after the incident. People present. Representatives from the A management company, restaurant and bar, ground floor shops, the recruitment agency from the 18th floor. Assurances about cleaners, maintenance workers, etc. All cleaning, maintenance, security and similar staff are employed directly by A. Wages and conditions are deliberately better than those for similar jobs in the area. This reduces staff turnover and encourages loyalty. There have been very few dismissals for dishonesty and none this year. B. A number of pickpocketing and opportunity thefts had been reported on Friday evening in the shops, bar and restaurant areas. These areas were extremely busy and CCTV footage was inconclusive. Extra security staff were visibly deployed in those areas on Saturday. Thefts returned to their normal, low background level for the rest of the bank holiday weekend. BCTAA and the recruitment agency both reported thefts, without evidence of forced entry, happening over the bank holiday weekend, with no evidence of forced entry. The recruitment agency lost some small electronics items from its reception area. The shops reported problems with customers having phantom charges applied to some contactless payment cards. The cards affected are issued by the A management company to handle loyalty points and are valid for all goods and services in the building. Phantom charges have occasionally happened in the past due to system errors. The system was checked and no errors were found in the card readers or software. Phantom charges from the 3 days of the bank holiday weekend have been recredited as a goodwill gesture. 3. Annotated door access control log. All doors are controlled through a networked system, using near-field communication, proximity cards, similar to those used for contactless payment systems. The A management company supplies cards, a card programming device and logging and control software as part of the leasing arrangement. The doors can also be unlocked from the inside by pushing a button. The cards hold a 10-digit number. When someone approaches a controlled door, they just need to pass their card within 10 centimeters of the reader. The number is then read and compared with those stored for that reader. For example, a 10-digit number, 0123456789, has the format 01 floor number. 23 business number 456,789 staff. Personal number BCTAA is on the 19th floor and has a business number of 63. All BCTAA cards start with 1963. The software allows access to be restricted by date and/or time. The A management company uses cards starting with 99. These allow 24/7 access for cleaning, maintenance and security purposes. Access via 99 cards is logged on the BCTAA system and also sent via a network link to the management company where it is checked against scheduled access. Some unscheduled access is allowed, e.g. for security staff, but it produces an alert on the system. 3. Annotated door access control log. BTCAA 19th floor log from 1300 Friday the 30th of March to 8 o'clock Tuesday the 3rd of April. With any log match the ins and outs first. Look at the card numbers and the date and times. Finally look at the notes. Look out for anything that doesn't look right. Entries 14, 15, 16 and 17 all had correct cards. However, the cardholders claimed either they didn't attempt to gain access or they can't remember if they used the card or not. Four. Network diagram. The diagram shows connections to the electronic door control system and staff devices. There is no reason to believe that the network was altered from the diagram that is shown. The laptop tracking report is a method of acquiring the evidence. The app called Find My Device is showing a received notification that the location of the laptop a week late is now in Nairobi, Kenya. The device is updated periodically when it's connected to Wi-Fi and the location is believable from where it has transported within a week. Although it could have a VPN that disguises its location. The laptop being at such a distance away suggests that the laptop may have been sold on and transported to Kenya for a profitable fee. Or it could have a VPN being used on it. 6. Cybersecurity documentation. Incident management policy. Incident management team. The team shall consist of the network manager or the deputy, team leader, the senior BCTAA manager present at the time of the incident, the BCTAA public relations officer. Incident reporting. Any member of staff who considers that an IT-related security incident has occurred must report it as soon as possible to the team leader or the deputy. If both are unavailable, the report should be made to the senior BCTAA manager present at the time. The incident may be reported verbally, but this must be followed by a written or digital account. It is the responsibility of the team leader to maintain documentation on the incident from first report to final resolution. Security incidents may include theft of IT equipment, theft of data, unauthorized access to company IT systems, infection of IT systems with malware. Incident management policy. Incident response procedures. Theft of IT equipment. Once a theft is discovered, collect as much information as possible. Location and type of equipment, serial numbers, when it was last seen, etc. The team leader must ascertain if the item has actually been stolen, or if it has simply been moved or mislaid. This task may be delegated for minor items that do not pose a security risk. If the item is confirmed as stolen, the team leader must inform the senior manager and public relations members of the team, who will determine if the police need to be involved and who will run any internal inquiry. Where a stolen item may have contained confidential material, data theft must be assumed and the procedures given in B followed in addition to A. The team must prepare reports on the theft for BCTAA management, police, insurers, and other interested parties. The team should review the incident and implement procedures to prevent future losses. B. Theft of data. Any loss or theft of data, actual or suspected, must be reported at once to the team leader. The team leader must investigate the loss and identify, as far as possible, what data has been lost or stolen and when the incident occurred. In the event that the data contains or may contain personal identifiable information, PII, or other confidential materials, the senior manager and public relations officer will determine if a breach of data protection legislation may have occurred and who will run any internal inquiry. Having identified what has been lost or stolen, the team must retrieve backups and restore the data as soon as possible. The team must prepare reports on the theft for BCTAA management, police, and other interested parties. The team should review the incident and implement procedures to prevent future losses. C. Infection of company IT systems with malware. Any member of BCTAA staff who suspects that any IT system has been compromised by malware must report the incident at once to the team leader. The infected system should be isolated as soon as possible. The team leader will investigate the infection and take appropriate measures to resolve the infection and restore the system. In the event of a severe infection, which disrupts the day-to-day business of BCTAA or which may cause a breach of data protection legislation, the team leader must inform the senior manager and public relations officer. They will determine if a reportable breach of data protection legislation has occurred and will run any internal inquiry. The team should review the incident and implement procedures to prevent future infections. D. Unauthorized access to BCTAA systems. Any member of BCTAA staff who suspects that there has been unauthorized access to any BCTAA IT system must report it at once to the team leader, providing as much detail as possible: which system, how access was obtained. The team leader will investigate the incident and identify how the unauthorized access was obtained. The team leader will take whatever action is required to prevent future occurrences, change passwords, etc. Where the unauthorized access may have allowed confidential information to be seen, data theft should be assumed and the procedures given in B followed in addition to D. The team should review the incident and implement procedures to prevent future unauthorized access. You must complete all activities in the set task. Produce your documents using a computer. Save your documents in your folder ready for submission using the formats and naming conventions indicated. Read the set task brief carefully before you begin and note that reading time is included in the overall assessment time. You advised Baljinder Singh of BCTAA on security matters for the move to the new location. Now, a few weeks later, he has called you in to review the investigation of a cybersecurity incident. Unsecured items and opportunistic theft. Items were left unsecured in a public area, enabling opportunistic thefts during the incident period. Physical security verification. Door logs revealed no unauthorized entry, confirming physical security measures were effective at the site. Device movement post-theft. Laptop tracking reports showed the device was moved after the theft, indicating physical handling rather than a cyber attack. Conclusion: non-technical breach. Evidence collectively suggests a non-technical breach involving physical theft, not a cyber attack. Conclusion: opportunistic theft. The theft occurred opportunistically during a bank holiday weekend by individuals exploiting public access areas. Supporting evidence. Evidence includes unsecured items, lack of forced entry, and similar thefts in other businesses nearby. Insider attack ruled out. No unauthorized access found in door logs, indicating the incident was not caused by insiders. Evidence item 1. Balginder's account method of acquiring the evidence. Hypothetically, this would be obtained through observations and conversations while working for BCTAA. Evidence detail. Missing items include Surface Pro 3 laptop, Samsung Edge S5 phone, 3x USB memory sticks, various sizes and makes, 3x wireless mouse and 2x wireless keyboards. Over the bank holiday weekend, people left at lunch and the area was left empty at 1400. Items were left out in informal seating and work area. Nothing noticed until Tuesday afternoon when laptop was booked for meeting. The search for it made them realize other devices were missing. Uncertain of when items disappeared. A management company said other incidents occurred over bank holiday weekend. Evidence reliability. Good, as the scenario shows that the informal seating and work area are just after controlled doors. Conclusions. The fact that items were left in informal seating and work area implies that they were left out in obvious places. Therefore, all it would have took is for someone to gain access past the controlled doors after 1400 when everyone had left. Evidence item 2. Summary of meeting with the A management company method of acquiring the evidence. Balginder's notes from a meeting with senior management. Evidence detail. Wages and conditions are deliberately better than those of similar jobs on the area. This reduces staff turnover and encourages loyalty. Previously, very few dismissals for dishonesty and none this year. Number of PCOing and opportunity thefts reported on Friday in restaurant, shop and bar areas. Extremely busy and CCTV footage was inclusive. Shops reported problems with customer have phantom charges applied to contactless payment cards. Phantom charges have happened in past due to system errors. Both BCTAA and the recruitment company reports thefts, without evidence of forced entry over the bank holiday weekend. Recruitment agency lost some small electronic items from its reception area. Evidence reliability. Good, as they come straight from the meeting with senior management and would be serious about this incident. Conclusions. The information confirms that there were intruders in both floors with BCTAA and recruitment company, so it was an organized attack. In addition, reported thefts from the restaurant imply that there were thieves in the area who could have been the intruders. Evidence item 3. Door access control logs method of acquiring the evidence. Door access control log with card entry details. Evidence detail. Entries 14, 15, 16 and 17 all had correct cards, however the cardholders claimed either they didn't attempt to gain access or they can't remember if they used the card or not. Party was happening on 20th floor which BCTAA staff were present at, including BCTAA senior manager whose card gained access to 19th floor and he claimed he didn't use it. Evidence reliability. Very reliable data control log cannot be tampered with. Conclusions. Clearly it seems unauthorized access to the 19th floor was gained around the same time of the part on the 20th floor when the senior manager claimed he was at while his card was used to gain entry to 19th floor. This might imply that thieves from the 20th floor could have taken and used his card while he was at the party. Evidence detail. Wages and conditions are deliberately better than those of similar jobs on the area. This reduces staff turnover and encourages loyalty. Previously, very few dismissals for dishonesty and none this year. Number of PCOing and opportunity thefts reported on Friday in restaurant, shop and bar areas. Extremely busy and CCTV footage was inclusive. Shops reported problems with customer have phantom charges applied to contactless payment cards. Phantom charges have happened in past due to system errors. Both BCTAA and the recruitment company reports thefts, without evidence of forced entry over the bank holiday weekend. Recruitment agency lost some small electronic items from its reception area. Evidence reliability. Good, as they come straight from the meeting with senior management and would be serious about this incident. Conclusions. The information confirms that there were intruders in both floors with BCTAA and recruitment company, so it was an organized attack. In addition, reported thefts from the restaurant imply that there were thieves in the area who could have been the intruders. Evidence item 4. Network diagram method of acquiring the evidence. This would hypothetically be part of the BCTAA IT documentation. Evidence detail. The diagram shows connections to the electronic door control system and staff devices. Evidence reliability. Good, as there is no reason to believe that the network was altered from the diagram that is shown. Conclusions. This evidence isn't very significant as the attack was more of a physical entry. Evidence Item 5. Laptop tracking report method of acquiring the evidence. App called Find My Device, received notification. Evidence detail. The location of the laptop a week late is now Nairobi, Kenya. Evidence reliability. Good, as the device is updated periodically when it's connected to Wi-Fi and the location is believable from where it has transported within a week. Although it could have a VPN that disguises its location. Conclusions. The laptop being at such a distance away suggests that the laptop was sold on and transported to Kenya for a profitable fee. Or it could have a VPN being used on it. Evidence Item 6. Cybersecurity documentation method of acquiring the evidence. Incident management policy evidence detail. The team consists of the network manager, senior BCTAA manager present at the time of the incident, and the BCTAA public relations officer. The policies go through a list of required protocols which must be actioned when theft of IT equipment occurs. Evidence reliability. Good, as it is a company policy, it doesn't vary unless company deem it appropriate. Conclusions. Following this company policy, it seems that all these actions are handled in the best possible way to identify why, where, how and who stole the IT equipment and how to best avoid it in the future. Conclusion. In conclusion, I believe that the most likely explanation is that while the BCTAA party was taking place on the 20th floor at the restaurant and bar where there had been reports of thefts and pickpocketing in the same day, is where the senior manager had his card pickpocketed. After his card was pickpocketed, the thieves used it to gain access past the controlled doors into the informal seating and work area where the devices were unprofessionally left out. The senior manager said that they were certain they didn't try to gain access and that they were at the party on the 20th floor. However, the door access control log shows that their card was in fact used to gain entry to the 19th floor where the devices were left out. After the devices were taken, they were sold and exported to other countries such as Kenya. Overall, I believe this is the most feasible explanation and the evidence clearly represents that.